We're having tea time with Tammy on Thursday today as well. This is Gaylene. I met her in Shine Tribe. I thought Gaylene, when she came on, I'm like, oh, this lady has it all together. She's so beautiful. And yeah, I was a little intimidated by you in the curse. And then when you opened up, I'm like, oh my God, she's so lovely. You're so
Thank
lovely.
you.
You have a lot to
I
offer.
wanted to start by saying sorry to everybody that tried to come and watch on Tuesday. We had a little tech flub. So even Tammy and I that now are experienced with tech, it still happens to us too. So thank you for everybody for popping back to watch today. And we'll hopefully make it worth your while. We'll make it fun here together.
Yes. I wanted to, we're going to go over the Shine Tribe where we met.
Yeah.
And I kind of wanted to ask what made you sign up. I know a lot of people it starts tomorrow. So today's the last day to sign up. And I know a lot of people are like facing
On the
this
fence.
fear, on the fence, and everyone has a different side to Shine Tribe. So we want you just to be honest with us, what you liked, and maybe even if you didn't like something, that would be great to share as well.
Absolutely.
So tell us where you're tuning in from and a little bit about, and then what made you sign up for the Shine Tribe.
Sure. So my name is Gaylene. I'm a nutritionist. I live in Canada. I'm in Alberta, Canada. So where I live right now, it's still winter. It snowed last night. We're still in this like cold weather season. But I live in kind of a rural area, a remote area on the edge of the mountains. And although it's really beautiful, I don't have a community nearby. As an adult, I've moved around a lot internationally in different places. And one of the things that I seek out, so my business is entirely online, but one of the things I seek out for my business is a network of people that have similar passions, right? A network of people that are also wanting to meet people online. And because I live remote, I get to meet people like Tammy and Erica and people that live in completely different places, but we can still all connect around similar interests and passions and ideas. And so, because I live in kind of a remote area, I do all of my things online, like all of my business, all of my coaching clients, all of my work. Most of my colleagues, I meet them online. Anytime I have business meetings, it's online. And so I'm comfortable in the online setting and doing that. But when you were talking about why did I sign up for it? I definitely needed to get more confident in maybe being more open or more sharing of some of the behind the scenes of what I do. In a closed room, I coach my clients in Zoom, and I've done that for years, and I'm comfortable in that setting. But I wouldn't ever really put myself out there in the way that now Tammy does, and of course Erica does, and some of the other people. And so my goal of signing up for Shine was to meet others that want, similar things, be comfortable online, meet others with similar passions, but also be more encouraged and motivated. And I like putting myself through little challenges always. I like putting myself through trying to self-improve or improve my business or do this for 30 days and see if I can get better at it. And so I wanted to go through a bit of a journey of committing to getting comfortable doing live video that maybe wasn't just about business. It wasn't just about, talking with my clients, just getting a little bit more comfortable in putting myself out there. And joining Tribe was like my challenge to do that, because not only did we have a safe space to do it, we had each other to motivate to do it, right? It was like, do the video and come and share it with us to check in to say that you've done it. And I needed that. I'm motivated to do the basics and like the behind the scenes and all the things that I have to do day to day in my business. But I think it's really important that we always step up and challenge ourselves to do something a little bit more, right? Whether it's personal development or business development or getting uncomfortable. And so when I found that program offering, it just seemed like such a good next step to challenge myself. And it was actually a really good step, because there were other people in there that were like Tammy, you were challenging yourself. Maybe you had a different backstory than me, but you were also like trying to challenge yourself to do better, be better, right? Do more. And so it was nice to do it alongside of others for sure.
Wonderful. That now that you're saying all that, oh, I remember like all these memories just started flowing in my head listening to you. Yeah, it was hard to be vulnerable, right?
Yeah.
Letting that true person, like, I want you to see me
Yeah.
as well as my business,
Yeah.
right? And that is kind of when I started with boogies as well. And
Yeah.
then it led to talking to Tammy. But yeah, I wanted people to see me, not just a business owner, right? I wanted them to see who I was. And it is hard to step out and share your and especially when it's your bread and butter, your business, how you make a living.
Hmm.
Um, it is harder to put yourself out there and still be professional, but give them a little bit of you, right?
But it
And
even gets me
I seen
thinking when you were saying that it was, I can't remember the word that you just used at the beginning. I don't remember if you said it was like intimidating, that I was intimidating, and I kept such like that business front, right? Like it has to be like this. This is how things are done. I'm like this. And so it took some coaxing from everybody to like get me to open up and start sharing things. And then when I did, they're like, oh, you're actually kind and you're nice. And I'm
you're
like,
cool.
yeah, I just don't show that on the videos. And so that was a challenge for me to, like you said, be more open
Mhm.
because people are comfortable with me being open. I just wasn't comfortable with it. And so that was definitely another challenge for me for sure.
I remember seeing your growth in there with that, and I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I could see it was fearful. You were fearful, and fear was a growth. Like, you're
Yeah.
right there, and you're like, uh, push through, girl. You can do it, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
How has
absolutely. But
how
then
has
once I did, I got so many messages from all of you of like, "Oh, yeah, now I can see like the real you." And I'm like, "Really?" It took me being like silly or sharing something funny and you guys were like, "Yeah." I think that you all commented or came to me with messages saying this is the side of Gaylene that we wanted to know. And I think being pushed out of our comfort zone is so important to sometimes show that. And so that's like my best memory of the program, even though it was probably the hardest part for me. It's like the best portion of it for me.
I agree.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. Everyone had their own little story and their own journey through the program, and it
Yeah.
was beautiful that we got to see each other's journey and
Yeah.
be compassionate and loving and supporting. And it was a beautiful thing that we were all like, we were sad it was over. We were like, oh no. Usually
Yeah.
when you're
Because it was a safe
some
place, right? It
30-day
was,
challenges, you're like, I'm glad that thing's over, right? Not this one. It
yeah.
was great. Yeah.
But it's glad that it's over. But then a lot of us also kept it up, right? And I
Yes.
know that you've maybe kept it up stronger than I have, and you've created new businesses out of it and everything, which is amazing that you have, not only boogies, but now you have your tea and you have your regular videos. And like, this is so awesome. I've kept it up just in a little bit of a different way, but I've definitely kept it up, right? I use more of my videos now, say inside for my business. I have my business Facebook page, which Tammy's linked here, but I also have a closed Facebook group because when it comes to health and wellness, this is maybe where some of my like hesitations came from, is a lot of this conversation that I have with my clients is a little bit more private. It's things that we don't just go and publicize all over the internet. So now I absolutely use a lot of the skills inside my closed group. So even if it's not as public facing like we did in the challenge, I still keep the skills in place to be more vulnerable and share more with my clients and try and be a little bit more present with them than I used to before the course as well.
And how do you think that's improved your business? And what is your business, if you can explain to us what you offer and how
Yeah,
do you
so
implement this? So you created a page, a separate private page, kind of like the Shine Tribe, right, for your clients.
right. So I'm a holistic nutrition and health coach. So what that means is I actually coach women on their health. So I run online programs for women's nutrition and weight loss and energy and healthy eating. And I actually have like a 10-day detox running that we're starting on May 1st. So I take women through like a guided process to help them learn about their health and improve and learn what to eat and what to do and how to do it. And so a lot of women come to me with their particular complaints and their circumstances and their details. So that's why I had really felt like it needed to be that really private container. But
Mhm.
in the Facebook group, there's thousands of women in there that all feel the same way. And
Mhm.
so when I start sharing my stuff, then other people can relate more because they're like, oh, me too, right? It's not putting me on the pedestal that I know it all, because I don't. And I did never want to come across that way. I don't know it all. I just wanted to be that safe place where people can share. And so it took me sharing first for other women to be comfortable sharing. And so that's now what I have. So in my group coaching and in my programs, I just got off of a client call a couple hours ago where, I take them through mindset trainings and nutrition trainings and different pieces like that. And today we were talking about finding your why, like really finding what drives you and what motivates you and what serves you and what gives you that desire to create change in your life. And those kind of conversations are so powerful when they're on video, as opposed to maybe just written down or reading something on the internet or whatever. And so having the skills and the knowledge and the comfort to be live with people like you and my clients, it's really changed a lot for me. You had asked earlier about if people are on the fence of, joining something like Tribe, like the Shine Tribe. When you join a program like that, you're going to get a little bit uncomfortable, but you're doing it to be more comfortable, right? You're doing it to create more confidence. You're doing it to be better at something. And so if you're on the fence of signing up to this experience with Erica and Tammy, then if you're wanting to do better, be better, experience more, I highly recommend giving it a try. You have to put yourself out there and be uncomfortable, but with the outcome of being more comfortable later, right? I can see all the comments coming in. I was actually just getting distracted. There's so many people saying hello right now. That's awesome. Hi, everybody. So
I'm muted, sorry.
That's okay. What was your other question? I know there was something else that I skipped over.
Yes, I was going to ask you, when you join well, first I want to make a comment and then I'll ask your second one.
Yeah.
So you created a page for your clients, and now they also have a group support system, kind of like what the Shine was. But it's a larger one with your clients, but they kind of have a support system implemented, and that's beautiful. Yeah. Another thing is, when you join Shine, what was the most surprising thing about it? Something that maybe surprised you, that maybe you weren't expecting to be there,
or something. Maybe how fast everybody was able to open up to each other. It was like we all just threw ourselves in this room of uncomfortableness, got really vulnerable and challenged ourselves. And so everybody was really supportive of each other very, very quickly. It became a really quick, tight-knit group of not only caring, right? And I don't want to say it just as vague, yes, we all cared about each other, but we really cared about each other's success of doing whatever you were trying to do. I remember your first Boogies videos and, trying to get there, and we're like, this is so great. I actually really love watching this. And you were like, really? Do you? It's like, yeah, of course. People want this behind the scenes stuff. So I was like, well, what the heck behind the scenes of mine could I show? And somebody had said, I have a lot of plants. I grow a ton of plants. I have an orchid and a pepper plant, and there's a lemon tree over there. And I have I'm in a kind of a loft space that's really well lit. I have all these plants, and someone's like, well, show your plants. So I actually showed I have an indoor pepper tree, and it had 100 peppers on it or something like that. And I actually showed all of that, and people loved it. I'm like, really? People like this? They wanted that behind the scenes, get to know me a little bit better. So when you're asking, how did it affect my business? It got people to know me better and want to work more with me because they got the behind the scenes. I can imagine it did the same for Boogies for you. So an unexpected part of joining was people come out of the woodwork to message you and say, good work, or thank you for sharing, or being open, or I didn't know that about you, or I didn't realize that you do all of that at Boogies. It was nice to see everybody's progress as well, business-wise. But there was a lot of people that just did it personally. Not everybody had a business, and you don't need a business to do this.
There was only 4 of us that had a business.
Yeah.
I left 13.
Okay. Yeah. And the people that
Mhm.
didn't have a business, I'm not going to say like names or anything, but there's some people that didn't have a business that I think even changed their life maybe even more dramatically than those of us that had a business. People up and moved. They changed relationships. They got more confidence. They signed up to new education, new schools, like there was so much change happening that it was really interesting to witness and watch.
It sure was. And checking in with people 2 years later, it's like, whoa, okay. This one little change made a lot of difference in many of us' life, you know.
Yeah,
And with Trina, her page is just blown up and she's done so good, you know.
that's awesome.
And I know that she'll let me say that, yeah, she maybe didn't show up as much as some of us in the beginning, right? But
In the
then
beginning.
program she
Yeah.
took off. It was like surprised me so much. Yeah, so you don't have to get an A plus or B plus or C plus. Take these skills with you and you can use them at any time. And some people stop for a year and then they start up again. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I learned a lot of life lessons from it, like, you know, the four horsemen.
Mhm.
Which one did you relate to? Do you remember them?
I
Explain.
remember going through them and I can't actually even remember what they are right now, but I remember as we were going through those lessons that it like made me question myself in different ways, right? Like it made me challenge myself and be like, how can I see myself in this? And how can I see myself in this? And that's actually something that I do a lot of with my clients. And it's really good that somebody turned the table around on me, right? It was good that I had somebody to like help me find what I'm going through and what I need support with. Um, and so that's what I remember. I don't remember the specific horseman, but I remember the experience of going through it.
Right. Now, just because you're in Canada and we're in the US, it doesn't mean that you can't work with me, right? I could sign up for your program.
Oh yeah, of course. I work with women all over the world. So the kind of the reason I started my online business is I've moved and traveled a lot and internationally. And so when I moved to Canada, most of my network and friends and people that I knew were actually outside of North America. I lived in the Caribbean and Central America and all over, and most of like my community wasn't here. So for me, it made sense that my business was online because if I got friends or referrals or people from my network, they actually weren't local to me. And so that's kind of why my business was online to begin with, was to actually connect and reach people that wherever you are. Yeah, literally wherever you are.
Mhm.
So that's
And
the
that I
nice
see
thing
that
with
you
having
put,
this.
you have your email address there for us. Is that correct? Says Galen.
Oh, I do. It actually asked me my email when I was just signing into the video. I didn't even
So is
mention
that
that
how we could get a
yeah,
hold of you? Is email you if
absolutely.
you're interested in
Yeah.
learning what Galen offers and this is a woman's program, is that correct?
Yeah, so my coaching programs, I specifically work with women. I work with women who are ready for a healthier new approach, get off the diet roller coaster, get off of things like fad diets or quick fixes. I really work with women that want that sustainable, natural, lasting health. So I do it through a combination of nutrition. So I am a certified nutritionist, but I do it through a combination of nutrition and lifestyle changes. So we work on things like stress and sleep and self care and exercise and nutrition to make sure that you're taking really good care of your body in a way that it's going to take care of you for many years to come. So, my coaching programs, if you want to send me an email, absolutely send me an email. I can point you the right direction. But also, Tammy posted my Facebook page here with this video. If you click on my Facebook page, you can kind of go and find a little bit more about me over there as well. You can jump on my website and have a little like snoop and look around for sure.
Will
But
you
yes, if anybody wants to chat more,
Can you
absolutely send
type
me a
in your
message.
website there in the chat for us?
Sure. So I see a private chat button. Let's see if I can
If you go
find.
to the right, you have chat captions. Do you see that?
Mm,
Or you can tell me.
so I just posted it in where it says chat, but I think
Is it my
that
private?
it. private. Yeah. But you can post that in the chat.
Uh-oh. It took me.
And then did it work?
It tried to, it took me to it. Yeah, but here we go. Let's do it. Control. All right, there we go.
And then I saw Doreen says, please post your page. Can you see the link in the title? I'll grab my page link as well if you want.
I also pinned it.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
And I can show right there.
Yeah.
So now you can see it right below Gaylene's face as well. And you can just touch that. And this is your Facebook.
Oh, neat. This is a neat program. I had never used this one before.
I can highlight, I can show anyone's comments. Like if we're answering a question, like let's show this one. I have surgery. I will find out kind of on Tuesday. Well, we're going to be praying for you, Miss Tanny. Love you, girl.
Aw. Yeah.
And then we've got Rebecca. Hi, ladies. How are you, Rebecca? It's good to see you. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Let me show that back. And then I'm going to paste her Facebook link here for you guys.
And is there anyone here that has signed up for Shine? I'm actually just curious if anyone's like registered, if you're doing it or if you're thinking of doing it. It's such a neat way of meeting a group of people to all do it together with. And then, of course, you're going to get access to Tammy and Erica, and that's just amazing in itself. Erica is like a wealth of knowledge of everything online, and she has put herself out of her comfort zone so much that it made us feel like, well, if she can do that, I can do this little thing, like show my pepper tree, right?
Right.
Or Tammy's like, I could do this little thing of show how to cook something at Boogie's. Like if she can get that uncomfortable, we can at least do little steps. Oh, Robert, you said you have signed up. That's awesome.
Yes, Robert. And then I think Rebecca might have signed up as well.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. You're in for a treat. Like you're absolutely in for a really nice treat. It's such a fun experience to go through something like this. And it's because it's like I could challenge myself to do something. And this is actually a conversation I had with a client today. I was talking to somebody who was thinking about signing up for my upcoming program. And she said, should I do it myself or should I pay you to do it with? And she's like, help me decide. And I was like, okay, well, have you been able to do it on your own this far? No. Have you been motivated? Can you hold yourself accountable? Do you have somebody in your life that is going to be supportive of this journey? Do you have, like, when you start thinking about the questions to help you make the decision, like, do you have the knowledge? Do you have the support? Can you hold yourself accountable? Have you been wanting to do better? Have you been wanting to challenge yourself in a particular area of life? And if those are like, yes, then I 100% always tell myself, like, pay and invest in the person that can get me there, right? That's me, like, pay for the help. If I can't do it myself and I know I want to do it, then it's pay to have it done, pay for that support.
I agree.
Yeah, that's exciting. If you guys have any questions about Shine Tribe, I'm also happy to, like Tammy said, I can be open and share things that were good or that were maybe not so good. I can talk
was
about
there something that you didn't like about it? I'm curious to know.
I think it was just more of the getting uncomfortable. I didn't like when people told me that I wasn't, doing something right or I wasn't approachable. And that was what challenged me then to do better, to do different. So of course you don't like that growth. You don't like putting yourself in a hard position. You don't choose to be called out or told something. But in this case, it was what I needed. And it was actually what I signed up for and what I wanted. But it's definitely something you don't like to do. Like you don't like to, get uncomfortable probably in your restaurant and be on video. I remember in the beginning, I can't even remember the first days where it was like, go live for 1 minute and you can't edit it. You have to share like that thing, right? You have to no changing it. Do the thing. One take. Yeah. And that was, it's like stretching you outside of your comfort zone.
There was
stretched outside of my comfort zone, but
like Some of them I did that and I freaking hated it. And I posted anyway because you have to, and I hated it. But you know, I'm a perfectionist. That
So am
perfectionism,
I.
that force is giddy up on me, and I'm like, "Oh, of what?" And
Yeah.
I've learned not be so perfect that I don't have to beat myself up. I can get a B plus,
Yeah.
and it's perfectly fine. You know, if I mess
Yeah.
up, that's okay. It shows one is perfect. Everyone messes up, right? It's
Yeah.
life, and
Yeah.
that was hard. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
hard. That 1 minute no retake, just boom, go. It was challenging. Ugh.
And I think coming up with the ideas as to like what I was going to do, for videos, what was I, what do people care to see? What do they want? And so I think I didn't enjoy that part of like figuring out what portion of myself to share. But it was actually really then helpful to see other people sharing because it gave me ideas of what I could share or show or something like that, or getting your guys' feedback of where you're like, oh, that was so cool. I'm like, really? Okay. Like I can do other stuff like that too then. And
Mhm.
so, yeah,
Yeah,
the whole
because you can
experience
kind
was
of
really nice.
it's like brainstorming, getting creative from other people getting creative. It kind of like motivates you. It makes you think outside the box, right? Like, oh, I
Yep.
didn't think of that, but that would work on this, right? And it
Yeah.
kind of gets your mind working in a creative kind of way. And that was fun. I was I was most surprised at how I learned things from there that I use in my life, not just on videos, I guess.
Yeah. And that, as you said that, Doreen just wrote, I'm sure it lets you know you're not alone. I
Mm,
think that's huge. And it actually talks about what you're just saying. Like you learn things there that you can apply to other areas of life. Like you're
mm.
not alone when you're going through something hard. Other people are can relate, right? And Doreen, that actually makes sense a lot for what I do in my business now with some of those skills, right? Like I have a Facebook group or a business or a coaching program where you're finding other people that can relate to you. You're finding other people that have similar struggles and similar wins and similar concerns and similar goals. And so it's nice to be in anything you're doing in life. It's better to not have to do it alone, right? It's better to have support as you go through it.
I also wanted to comment tell you, you did a video when I checked in on you, not like sometime after the Shine Tribe, where you were cooking simple, healthy food preparation and
Oh,
cooking.
yeah.
You remember doing that? And I was like, I really liked that video.
I don't
Just
know
in
which.
case.
See, and for me, it's like, but you have a restaurant. So she's not going to want to see it, or she might judge me that I'm not as good of a cook, even though I'm a nutritionist. I'm not a cook.
No, you're
But
showing that you can eat healthy, simple.
yeah, absolutely.
It's totally, it's totally, it's something that can benefit you. You understand? Me cooking
Yeah.
on the line at Boogie's is just entertainment,
Yeah.
right?
And it is entertaining. I actually really like
Right,
those
but
videos of
you
yours.
cooking and teaching us simple, healthy ways to combine some healthy foods to create something very simple and easy, but really good for you. I thought that was like, oh, I could use that. Oh, that's great. Because I'm
Yeah.
in a hurry, and you were doing. I loved those videos when you would do those.
Hmm.
Those were fantastic.
I
And
should do
that's
more of
that
them.
horseman of comparison.
Right.
Don't compare yourself. What you have to offer is different
Exactly.
than anyone else, and I would just really like bank on that. Like you have things to offer that I don't. And you can't compare.
Everybody has things to offer, right? Like
Right.
everybody has their own unique thing. And
Right.
we
Like you
just don't
can't go on
think
a
it's
line
that
or
unique or
cooking and
special
showing
because
us.
we're used to it.
Right. Right. But you can't go on a line and show us that. But you can go in your beautiful kitchen and show us how to cook a fast, simple, healthy meal instead of going for a fast, unhealthy meal, right? And
Yeah.
that's valuable
Yeah.
information. Mhm.
Look who's here. It's Trina. Hi,
Oh,
Trina.
hi, Trina.
So nice to see your name pop up. That's awesome. We were actually just talking about our experience and how fun it was and that it's all going to happen again. And I'm so excited for everybody that gets to take part in this next round. And from what I understand, it's like the only next round planned. Like it's this one and there's not another like if you're not going to do it now, you might miss out type thing. There's not like a second one happening in October or anything so far on the calendar, right?
Yeah, it's been 2 years since
Okay.
yeah, since that's happened. So I don't know when the next one, if there will be or if there won't be. I'm just not real sure. Um, However, this one there is 2 packages available, unlike the first one.
Okay.
And I'm also going to be teaching tech stuff, like all the this is what this button does, this is what this button does, and going
That's
through
nice.
all the back end of Facebook, the front end, when you go live, what the buttons are. So,
Yeah.
but there is a package where you get shared out. You get interviewed on Erica's page, so
Cool.
you're guaranteed 1,000 to 2,000 followers, which is
Yeah,
nice when you have nothing and you're starting off with a few people. That's nice to get that
absolutely.
little heads up. So
Yeah.
there is 2 packages, and there's payment plans this time as well.
Okay, that's nice. And
Mhm.
it gives you like that little boost of confidence when you already get some people watching. Because do you remember what it was like going live and there's like nobody watching?
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
it was weird. I remember my
Yeah,
first one.
that's nice to get that initial boost of people for
Yes.
sure.
Erica told me after
Aw,
the first one, you need to think as it's gonna be replayed a lot. Don't act like there's no one there, that nothing's
yeah.
happening, you know? "Oh,
It's just a
there's
little bit
one
easier
person
when
here,
there's
hi."
someone there.
Like, do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's easier when you're like conversing with somebody
Oh,
instead of just talking to yourself. Yeah. Well, it's nice reminiscing with you. That's fun to think back. And yeah, I can definitely credit a lot of change. And like I said, some of mine might not be as public as yours or Trina's or some people that have like really like went big on your page, but it's definitely made a difference in my like confidence in my business and like my coaching and in the back end programs and in my group and like where I actually spend my time on videos. I notice how I approach it is different, right? It's a little bit less formal. It's a little bit less like this. And so I definitely can credit that back to my time in there. Because even though it's a short period of time, how long is the program this time?
30 days, just like the
Yeah.
first.
Which is it's long when you're trying to get out of your comfort zone, but it's not very long in the sense of like looking back and you can have a lot of transformation in that period of time. I can definitely look back and credit some of my personal growth to that period of time for sure.
Me too, for
Yeah.
sure.
Aw.
Thank you so much, Gaylene, for coming on Tea Time with Tammy. We appreciate you so much.
Yeah.
I think your program is a beautiful program. It can help so many. And oh, by the way, I'm impressed with your growth on your page.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I was like, wow. I was
Yeah.
like, whoa,
It's nice.
you're the quiet success story over here, right here.
Yeah. And again, mine was like a little bit different. Like my goal wasn't to be like, I don't want to be big and famous. That's just not me. I don't want a whole bunch of eyes on me because I get so nervous. But I do want to help more people, right? So like the behind the scenes of why I'm doing my business is to really help people transform their life. So I needed to get uncomfortable. I needed to put myself out there so that I could in turn help the people that I wanted to help. And so the growth for me represents a lot of like behind the scenes stuff. It's maybe not the flashy numbers or thousands of views on my videos, but for me what I wanted was really to connect with the people, to really connect with the people that are looking for support from a health coach. And so for me, that was the most special part of my growth, is having more people to work with and connect with and get them the support that they need.
Perfect. Yes, because you have to put yourself out there for people to find you.
Yeah.
And it's uncomfortable at times, but
Yeah.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank
Um,
you.
you're even open more on this video than you were in the beginning. You know, you're a lot more open, and it's very great to see that you have a lot to offer. You have a beautiful soul, and I'm glad that you're sharing it more with the rest of the world. So
Thank you so
love you,
much.
girl.
Thank you so much for having me. Whoever joins, you are in for a treat. And so I'm excited for you all that are going. I think today's the deadline to sign up. Is that right?
Starts tomorrow at
It starts tomorrow.
3 p.m. my time, which would be 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah. So it's all coming quick. Well, thank you for having me here today. Good luck to everybody that's going through the journey. I wish you well. How exciting. But regardless, it's so nice to hang out and have this chat with you and reminisce and catch up and say hi to Trina as well. I see you in there, Trina. So thanks for coming in to say hi, everybody. And yeah, if anybody wants to hop over and learn a little bit more about what I do, come on over to my page, send me an email, send me a message. I would love to connect and support you. If you're also just looking to kind of get started on your health journey, I have a lot of resources right there on my website. Like there's a health quiz, there's all kinds of stuff. So if you are looking for support, then take that step and start getting it with me. But if you're looking for support in like growth and self-confidence and putting yourself out there, then definitely sign up with the Shine Tribe. That's the next best step.
Thank you so much, Gaylene. Love you, girl.
Mwah.
Have
Bye.
hopefully your weather will get warm soon.
I hope so.
So you can walk around that beautiful lake
Yeah.
that you live on. It is gorgeous where you're at. And
It's still frozen right now. It's like a big block of ice today still.
is people ice fish out there on it?
They do. Yeah. It's going to melt here in the next couple weeks. So now it's at that not quite steady,
Right.
It's not stable ice. I'm hoping to see some actual water in the next couple weeks. It's been a long winter. So I'm looking forward to a nice spring and summer.
I believe you moved into the location that you're at, like right after or right during?
Probably just before.
Just
Yeah.
before. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had just moved there. Right, had just moved there and
Yeah.
bought your new home, and
Yeah.
you're loving it still?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good, I'm
It's
glad.
been a blessing to be here back in Canada and close to family and stuff as well. So
Wonderful. Well, we love you. Thank you so much again. And I'm gonna check in with you again soon, just check on you and see how you're doing. Love
I
you,
would
girl.
love that. Okay. Bye.
Bye. All right. Thanks so much again, for having Galen, for coming on tea time on Thursday today. We have had the last few weeks a couple of the Shine Tribers on there so that you could kind of see what everyone's what different people's viewpoint are on going through the Shine Tribe. Today is your last day to sign up. If you feel the calling, come on in. You would go to ericaderrickson.com and look up Shine. Here we go. Hold on. Copy link. Let's come back over here and I will paste it. Nope. No. That's not it. Hold on. It did not work. Copy link. Okay. See if I can delete this thing. No, this is the one. That's what this program is. There we go. So that is where you sign up for the Shine Tribe. There is Ask Questions. There's Pay in Full. There's 2 programs to choose from. There's also Request a Payment Plan, so you can push any button that fits your financial desires. And if you're interested in Gaylen's program, she has something beautiful to offer. Check her out, see what she has to offer, and you never know, it might be perfect for you and make a change. Whatever you feel calling to you is what you should go with. Face them fears, stay on the edge. Say hello, little. Hi, Wilbur. Got Sarah and Little Bit hanging out for tea time with us today. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I will see you soon. Don't forget to find your joy each and every day. It's out there. All you have to do is look for it. And when you find it, take the time to enjoy it because you're worth it. And no one can do it for you. It's your job. It's your job, girls and boys. Find that joy. Spend some time in it. Next thing you know, you might be living a joyful, happy life. A beautiful thing, huh? So much to be grateful for. So much to be grateful for. Let's just list 3 things that we're grateful for right now. Number 1. Got it in your head? Number 2. Say it out loud, ladies. And number 3. Isn't it great to be grateful? You know, I noticed that in the past in life, I always like to leave you guys a little tidbit of love. I noticed in the past in life that I would focus on my problems really hard, right? Call and tell everybody about my problems. Sometimes you just gotta get it out, but if you have to call 20 people, you're wallowing in it. I used to do that, and now I've tried to switch that. Like, I try to live in the solution. Everyone has problems. It's life. Let's live in our solutions. Let's try to live in them solutions. Let's do the work, solve the stuff, move on, right? Or sometimes the work is letting it go. Sometimes it's all the work that needs. So I love each and every one of you. Thank you again for coming to Tea Time on Thursday today. See you soon, and lots of love from my home